Episode 4. We left on a crazy cliffhanger last episode with Powder and Violet. That was crazy.
You wanted to see me, Professor?
Ah, come in, Jace. Can you believe it? Our city is about to turn 200 years old. A bicentennial.
Nice.
It's shaping up to be an amazing progress day.
That is the title of the episode.
Stanwick Padiddley.
Stanwick Padiddley.
Everything he built either exploded, melted, or toppled over.
Mm.
Yet, here he stands. Stanwick set his personal ambitions aside and focused on something far more important. The council has recommended you give the Progress Day speech this year.
But you always give that speech. I can never take your place.
I agree with them.
Intriguing. You know, at the end of, was it the end of last episode? Yeah, the last episode's when they got the machine working, right? He was against, he's, the whole time he's been against this whole magic or, using technology to conjure magic or whatever. And when it actually worked, he was still against it, but the rest of the board, kind of outvoted him. So it's interesting to see that he's, more compliant now.
Your hex gates have done wonders for our city. Brought scholars from distant lands, reignited
Oh, okay.
passions in arts
Well, there you
and
go.
science. You deserve this honor.
I will do my best to make Piltover proud, Professor.
It's short notice, I know, but perhaps there's something in the lab you might be able to share. People love a grand reveal.
Victor and I have
That
just
is true.
the next chapter of Hex Tech. Come to the lab this afternoon, I'll show you.
I'll look forward to it. You certainly have something to live up to, my boy.
Whoa. This is the first time we've, seen a skyline shot of the city. It kind of has a retro-futuristic touch to it, but not the retro-futurism you probably think of. Most of the times when people talk about retro-futurism, it's usually the 1950s or 60s, but as if it were the future, how they envision the future. Which is an aesthetic I really like, by the way. Huge fan of it. But it's very prevalent in Fallout, for example, or the new Fantastic Four movie that's coming out is a retro-futuristic movie. But this doesn't seem like that kind of retro-futuristic. It's more if it looks like if the Industrial Revolution was in the future. That late 1800s kind of aesthetic, but futurized with technology. That's kind of the vibe I get from this city. This is sick. That is really cool.
Our most famous protege, Jace Tallis, the visionary behind the Hex Gates, a beacon of trade and prosperity for our great city of progress.
Excuse me. Sorry.
He's a very busy man. Serves you right.
Oh?
You still avoiding her?
I'm working.
Oh, I can see that. I mean, there's so much crime to thwart outside the newsstand.
I can only imagine the strings she pulled to have me posted here.
From your friend. Found
Oh, I see. We're doing some black market stuff. Oh, this is sick. Hold on, what? Wait, dude, that's so cool. They all have their own hoverboards. Oh, no, this is sick. This is actually so cool. Ooh. Dude, the aura is just exploding. They're so cool. What? That was sick. Oh, it's that stuff. I see. Mm. These got to be good guys, right? Because they're wanting to destroy the stuff that Silco was making. I think. Okay, assuming... So this was supposed to be like a black market deal. Paying under the table. This is the goop stuff that Silco was using to like soup people up. If she's in here, do we think this is powder in here? But they also seem to like fear whoever this is. So unless there's been a giant time jump, they're probably talking about someone else. Who could it be, I wonder? Ooh. Boom. Oh! Oh! Yep. Okay, hold on. Couple things. One, I've seen this character before. I guess I assumed he was powdered because of the blue hair. I mean, you can't live on the internet without seeing this character, like especially the cosplays. Like I swear, everybody cosplays her. I guess there would have been a time jump. I guess I didn't recognize it in the beginning of the episode, but I think the whole stuff with Jace and stuff in the beginning of the episode, like how he was saying, how the professor was saying his work has helped advance the city a lot. There has definitely been a time jump. I just didn't realize it at the beginning of the episode, so I am realizing it now, though. There has been a time jump because Jace's work that the professor was originally against has exponentially benefited the city. So, you know, to the point where he's like giving an address at, you know, Progress Day. So actually, this makes a lot more sense. There definitely has been a time jump. I just wonder how long she looks. Not super older, but she's definitely older. Her hair is a lot longer too. I guess it also makes sense because Jace's friend, she does look different too. Okay, I'm caught up now, I think. Oh, dang. So she's still working with Silco, huh? That sucks so much.
Hi.
Okay, but she's really cool. Okay, so she's definitely mastered her stuff. Dang. It's Vi.
I can't lose you.
Oh,
Why did you lose me? Because you're a jinx! I want to fight you. You're not ready.
oh. You're burning down. Ow. Did she shoot her? What is happening? Okay, one, I was not expecting to see Powder ever use a minigun, but here we are. She's like so cool now. This is sick. But also, there's no way she just killed Vi like that. I think Vi got shot in the in her little backpack that she had, or it might have been her board that was on her back. She got shot in the back, but I don't think she actually got hit. So I think she's probably fine. There's no way that they would kill her off like that. Man, that was probably their first time seeing each other since the whole ordeal went down. That's crazy. There's no way she's dead.
You are supposed to guard the cargo. I'm so glad you could make it.
Wouldn't miss it for the world, my boy. What do we have on the docket?
It all began with this.
Mm-hmm.
A crystal of magical energy too volatile to be handled outside our workshops. Hextech was supposed to bring magic into the life of the common man, and now it finally came.
They're like little orbs now, like marbles.
A Hextech gemstone.
You know, now that I think about it, Jace looks a lot older. I think the time jump was really obvious, and I was just so ignorant to it.
Holy sprockets.
Wait, it didn't explode though.
Fortify the crystals. This new version is stable and absolutely safe.
Dang.
We present to you the next chapter of Hextech. We can now design portable devices.
Yeah, so I'm assuming this energy source, I mean, I know it's like magic and it's supposed to give magic to the common man, but I don't know if it's exactly giving magic. I think it's like an endless battery. I think they're just essentially going to be used as batteries. That's the kind of impression I'm getting anyways.
The gemstone can power virtually anything.
Yeah. Like they're using it as a power source, but like I have yet to see the gemstones do any sort of magic. They just seem like a power source, which is cool, you know, but I'm just saying.
The mining colonies and the fissures can work faster without fatigue. The hex clone. A mechanical arm
Cool.
equipped with a powerful ray of light.
Fucking Doc Ock over here. Wow, you're a good artist.
Imagine what our artificers could do with such a device. I want Hextech to be a tool for us to build a new world, and now it's finally possible.
Oh,
Anyway, this is our
I
presentation.
hope you didn't kill him.
What amazing, gentlemen.
He doesn't even care that you hit that thing.
Very proud. Obviously, there are a few kinks to iron out and screws to be tightened, but give it a decade of careful research, and it will be ready.
A decade.
Oh, don't worry, my boy. It zips past you in the blink of an eye.
With respect, Professor, we can be improving lives with Hextech now.
A breakthrough like this takes time, Victor.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of power into everyone's hands is dangerous.
He has a point. He has a really good point with that. That much power in everybody's hands is a little dangerous, especially when it's like, I mean, it's not currently unstable. I mean, they found a way to stabilize it, but like, it's too quick. You know what I mean? Like, there has to be time and studying and all that stuff to make sure it's safe for people to use.
Think about it, and I'm sure you will discover a way to
You rush out a
sift
product
through
like that,
misuse.
that could be bad. A decade is kind of crazy, though. Especially if they have it in that working condition right now.
Must have been 4 or 5 of them.
I like seeing this investigation process that she's going through to figure out what happened. It's pretty cool.
You're from the Undercity.
I didn't do anything. She's crazy. She shot me.
Who shot you? Who were you working for?
I can't. He'll kill me.
Is it Silco?
I can protect you.
Caitlin Karaman. Why does that not surprise me? Interfering in an investigation again. You're supposed to be guarding your mother's tent.
I was sheriff, but she doesn't need it, and clearly this takes priority.
I realize you're used to getting your way, Karaman, but we have a chain of command for a reason.
Understand, but there's more going on here than just the smuggling. If
She's just really ambitious, and she's being held down because her mother doesn't want her to be doing this stuff.
I could just question him,
I'll take it from here. Since you're looking for more work, you can take the graveyard shift tonight at the fair.
Yes, sir.
Good. I want this one on a boat to Stillwater Prison. Yes, sir.
Dang. Yeah, I wonder how the underground has changed since we left off. Looks very chaotic. And again, I feel like it's always been like this.
She fired on us.
There are always mishaps in battle. The firelights were a target, and most are dead.
It wasn't a mishap. She froze up and lost her shit.
Did he really take Vander's place? Did he take his... That's messed up. He took Vander's stuff? That's... Come on.
I could have handled those brats. She's a problem and we all know it.
The world's growing smaller every day, thanks to the hex gates. Now we're cut off. The topsiders are leaving us further and further behind. What happened?
She already told you.
Jinx.
I'm asking you.
One of those firelight wackos was a girl.
Does she go by Jinx now? Okay. I guess that's like a... If that's her name, I guess it's kind of fitting. Considering like the last thing Violet told her was that she's a Jinx and that she always like messes things up or whatever.
Pink hair.
Yep. It was bye.
Your sister's gone. You know that as well as I do.
I know. Sisters, right? Can't live with them, can't stuff them back in the old baby maker.
Oh, she's crazy.
Set us back weeks.
Yeah. Terrible.
Zavika will clean up today's mess.
Savika? That ogre couldn't clean a dust bunny with a blowtorch.
Dang,
Suffice.
man.
You should focus on your gadgetry. Take some time.
I don't need time.
Take it anyhow.
This dynamic is really interesting. So Silco's convinced her... I don't know if he's convinced her, but he's told her that Vi is dead. Gone. Or whatever. I'm assuming gone means dead. But the way she, like, thinks about it, like, you know, because she was like, she's not my sister anymore at the end of the last episode. But, like, in this, like, she's like, you know, anytime her sister's brought up, she just starts acting, like, crazy. Not like, oh, I miss her or oh, I hate her. Just like she's like starts losing it. Like it like clicks something in her brain or flips a switch in her brain or something. But then there's also, even with the team that she's working with, there's like inside conflict. You know, like her co-workers, if you will. She's having a lot of conflict with them. You know, and stuff. She's kind of like that rebel, wild, minded character to the rest of the team who probably doesn't like her. But Silco likes her. You know, he took her under his wing. But yeah, I don't know. It's just interesting to see what she's like now. She's very different from what she was. But I do like to see that she has her gadgets like up to par and actually working. I mean, her first gadget to actually work was the bomb that blew up everything. But it's cool that she like specializes in that now. I like seeing that.
Fundraiser's going well. Your mother would be proud. Would she? Tired of mingling? These people.
Oh, what a shot, dude.
The only one actually worth my time is him. If there's a time to present a new creation, it is now.
I agree.
Heimerdinger is a great scientist, but he's old. He only ever sees the past.
I mean, you could see it from that perspective, but at the same time, like, I feel like this is going to go really south if he... I think for Progress 8, it's cool to, like, demonstrate and show this new technology to the people, but not to, like, give it to the people. You know, in Progress 8, you can be like, this is what we're working on, this is what we have right now, look how great it is. Not available to consumers yet. That comes later when we actually work out all the kinks and quirks. I think that's the best way to go about it.
Piltover needs a leader who looks forward. Someone like you.
You really believe that?
Hextech has the potential to change everything. The world is ready. I've already spoken to several potential investors.
Investors?
Of course. Everyone wants Hextech for themselves. It's your speech. Give the people a glimpse of the future.
Uh-huh. Is this Jinx's little hideout?
It wasn't her.
Okay, now she's having me question if it was Violet or not. Was it? I can't even tell. I thought it was. I mean, it only showed it for like half a second, pretty much. But she had the... I actually don't know. No, yeah, I don't even know if it was Violet. I'm assuming it was.
It wasn't.
Oh, Milo.
Just some wannabe street trash. I got confused, that's all. Now,
Oh, she's crazy.
Savika will clean it up. Savika's a regular Johnny on the spot. I'm not weak.
Uh-huh. I don't think you're weak, but I think you're insane.
Oh, I'm gonna show him. You'll see.
No, he's getting more sick.
Where were you? They were asking if I could do the address. You should come up with me. We're partners. No, not in front of all of them. You have your speech prepared?
I can't read that. I wonder what he's gonna say though. You know, he was coming out so like excited and wanting Victor to come up with him, so he's definitely going to present it, even though Heimerdinger said no.
A few years ago, the Hex Gates opened their ports to the world and made
Mhm.
Piltover prosper beyond anything we could have ever imagined.
I hope nothing goes wrong. I have like a feeling something will though.
This year, we've created something new for you.
Oh,
Something that's, that we will share with you when the time is right.
oh, you listened to him. Intriguing. It looked like he was walking out there with like the utmost confidence that he was going to present the thing, but then as soon as he got up there, I'm guessing he got second thoughts. I wouldn't exactly say stage fright of announcing it, but just like, the moment you announce it or don't announce it, there'll be consequences on both sides. But I don't think Heimerdinger is entirely wrong. I mean, she was like saying like, oh, he's stuck in the past, he's old. But at the same time, like, if the time isn't right, it's probably not a good time to like present or show something. I don't know. Like, personally, I think he could have presented it and be like, this is what's in your future. It's not ready yet, but here's what you have to look forward to. I think that's a good middle ground, to be honest with you.
Things that will bring an end to your hardships. Whether you're the scion of our high houses or an honest laborer from the underground, we vow to keep pressing forward, for we are the city of progress and our future is bright.
Good save. It keeps showing that airship specifically. I wonder why. Ooh. And here. Oh, that's not good. You're gonna start another fire by dropping that cigarette.
Get the fire brigade!
Nice. It's Jinx, isn't it?
I'm a helpless little girl, and I set the building on fire. By accident. Totally by accident.
Yep. It's a trap. I hope nothing bad happens to her, though. Oh, yep.
Get out! Now!
Also, I brought this dynamite. Goodbye.
Okay, so now she's a terrorist. That's cool. Ooh. Okay, at least she isn't dead.
The gemstone is gone, along with some of our research papers.
I guess that makes sense. I was wondering what she was infiltrating for, but yeah, considering that I'm just gonna call them the slums. I mean, I call them something different every day, but the underground. Considering their development is straying further and further apart from Topside because of the whole, advancements in technology with Jace and stuff. It's I guess it makes sense that Jinx would want to go steal their new invention to bring it back down to kind of get the underground more on par, more on a level in, technologically advanced wise with Topside. And also to prove herself to Silco, so Silco keeps benching her. So I guess it makes sense. I mean, she did just prove herself. I mean, she did it very successfully. So, that's good at least. It's funny because when we used to take her on missions when she was younger, she's like, always a Jinx. She, something always went wrong. But now she's like getting things done right. So it's interesting. It also like makes you question who really is the bad guy here. You know, you'd probably say, you know, still Silco, and you know, Jinx is probably not exactly a bad guy, although she's kind of a terrorist now. But you know, she's like very confused and insane, you know, and works under him and stuff. But at the same side, I mean, like I said in the last episode, I think it was the last episode, Silco's motivations are very reasonable, you know, for why he's doing what he does. It's just like the actions he takes are not exactly moral. So, I don't know. I really like the show because it doesn't really give you a direct villain. I mean, it can point at Silco and say Silco is a villain, but like there's so much nuance in like who's doing right, who's doing wrong. Everybody's doing right and wrong. There's so much gray area in there. That's what I really like about the show. I don't know where that not even relevant to the scene here. I don't know where that came from, but yeah.
The situation is still developing. No one in the Undercity has claimed responsibility yet.
How did it come to this?
We've seen their ingenuity over the years. Of course they can.
If the right person got a hold of it, it's possible they could utilize its energy.
We need to address this immediately.
I agree. It was my responsibility to safeguard this technology, and I failed. My mistake cost people their lives. I have come before you to recommend that we suspend all Hex Tech operations until the situation is resolved, including
Wow.
the laboratories, the refinery, and the Hex Gates.
That's
Lost your mind?
really noble of him.
Piltover status as a global shipping lane depends on it. Thousands would lose their income.
But shouldn't the safety of Piltover be our first priority?
You would sacrifice your life's work?
Without the hex gates, my goods cannot reach foreign markets till winter. Am I to tell the Noxians their next shipment of wine will be vinegar?
Councillors,
Oh my gosh, rich people and they're bickering. I don't care, man. That's what I mean. Like, who really is the bad guy here? Should I really care about these people here? Like, I don't know. I'm just saying. Like, the nuance is great. I really like it.
it appears we are at an impasse. If we shut down the hex gates, the city will suffer.
That is
But
fair.
if we do nothing, we leave ourselves vulnerable to malefactors. As a councillor, he will have the resources necessary to protect all our investments. Councillor Merdarda, this is highly irregular. The council has held 7 seats for generations.
Does the boy have any experience?
Only that of a scientist, like Heimerdinger.
I believe Councillor Medarda is right.
Is he resigning?
Security should be administered by a scientist. I second the motion.
Well then, shall we vote?
Okay, okay. I couldn't tell if they were adding another seat for him to be in there, or if she was implying that Heimerdinger should step down and he should take his place. So much is happening in this episode. Yeah.
That's me!
Half a dozen enforcers dead! Enforcers dead!
Yeah.
A building blown to pieces!
No! Yeah.
Do you have any idea what you've done?
Actually, I do. Happy Progress Day!
I love her aesthetic, by the way. Her fit, her. I was about to say her whole layer and like the whole like neon look to it. She's crazy, but also, especially more crazy. Was that a puppet of Milo laying there? I know we saw like a shadowy figure of Milo earlier because it's all in her head, but was that like an actual puppet of Milo that she has?
All this time, they've kept their dealings localized to the
She saw her face. She did see her.
Of any of this.
If I can just work this out, and Marcus will have to listen.
Yeah, there's one thing I've learned about the council. They need more than just theories.
Since when did you concern yourself with the council's opinion?
Since he was brought on
Since
board.
I became a counselor.
You're serious? When? Why? They discovered how to govern with grease and a spanner.
Haha. I was actually hoping you might consider joining my staff.
House Teller Security. That's a ceremonial position. I'd live behind a desk.
You almost died, Kate. I just want you to be safe.
Thanks. But I already have a job.
I respect that.
You don't.
Oh, because they shut down everything.
The sheriff. This is the best I can do.
What kind of evil lair is this? Where are we?
Speak with one of the inmates.
Oh, it's a prison.
Folks in here are usually very talkative.
This one was hit by friendly fire. He's got reason to talk.
It's the person she was talking to earlier.
Inmate 2135. Yeah, I'm afraid that's not possible.
Why not?
Well, there's been an incident.
What kind of incident?
Was he killed?
Pretty kind.
Oh!
You don't understand. I have to talk to him.
Oh, you'll be able to as soon as he can move his jaw again.
Oh, okay, so he's not dead. He just got the life beaten out of him, pretty much. Is that Vi? That totally, yeah, look at that hair.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, she looks sick. Ah, let's go. Let's go. I was hoping we'd see her. Yeah, that was the only time. Well, apart from earlier that we saw her in this episode, because like I said, I'm pretty sure earlier during that little attack that was Violet. I could be wrong though, but definitely had the same hair. Regardless, she's in prison now, so that's intriguing. This was a baffling episode. This was probably the biggest episode we've seen so far. Well, I don't know. The last episode was super important. I mean, a lot of stuff happened last episode. But this one was really big because not only do we have a significant time jump, but everything's just different now because of the time jump. You know, Jason Victor on the top and on their A game, you know, advancing the city, and everybody loves their work pretty much. And Jinx, who had a name change, is insane. I mean, I love her aesthetic, her fit, her lair, like all of it, her music. Like, she just has that, you know, that punkiness to her. I really like it. But she's crazy. But she's really smart too. You know, like her gadgets that never worked before, she's definitely mastered her gadgets now because they work very well. And she's very innovative, and she can like whip up new gadgets willy-nilly. It's kind of crazy, to be honest with you. And her attack to, you know, on the top side to get that power source was very successful. Was it the smartest thing to do? Maybe not. You know, it's like pretty much a terrorist attack. She blew up a bunch of people, killed a bunch of people to go in and do that. But she did get what she wanted. And even though Silco was mad at her at first, he seemed taken aback when she gave that to him and then hugged him. I don't know. Honestly, she seems more villainous than Silco does, to be honest. I mean, they're probably both like villainous, but she's just like insane, and he's more like strategic and coordinated and right in his head, you know? So, even though they are on the same side, though. So interesting. She's like full on rebel, very unpredictable kind of person, which is kind of a dangerous thing to have on your team when she's like that crazy. She's really is the wild card of the team. So yeah. Dang. But like even, saying that she and Silco are villains, it's like, at least Silco is fighting for a cause he genuinely believes in, and I can't even fault him for it. It's just probably like the way he's going about it is not exactly right. But at the same time, the top side with Jace and all their advanced technology and, further like pushing down the underground is also not really a good thing. And like hearing that all the counselors like talking like that guy's like, how am I gonna get the shipments of wine to these people? And it's like they're so just rich and like not a care in the world for people's safety or well-being. And like obviously there's like different intricacies to it, like shutting down all the gates will make people lose their jobs, and that's also very not a good thing. So there's just a lot of honestly a lot of politics in this episode, to be honest with you. Politics can be boresome, sometimes they can be pretty boring, but I found the topics in this episode pretty interesting and in their relevancy to the plot of the story that we're telling here. But yeah, overall just a crazy episode. There was a lot of moving parts, a lot of different things happening, and with the time jump, everything just seems so different. Like I feel like I'm watching season 2 already or something. Like it doesn't feel like we went from episode 3 to episode 4. It seems like we went from season 1 to season 2 with how different everything is now. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't know where this is gonna go. I originally I never expected Powder to go join Silco or anything like that at all. I got an impression that her and Vi were like the main characters in the show, more or less. They're on all the covers and all that stuff, but I always just assumed they were teammates, or whatever. But looks like they're going to be, villains facing off against each other at some point. Not villains, adversaries. So, yeah. I don't know. So much happened in this. I really, really like this episode, but, yeah. I mean, Jace is, like, doing the best thing he thinks, but also at the same time, just seeing him, like, out there giving that speech and being on top of everything and becoming a counselor, like, he holds so much power now. It's like, do I even, like, agree with a lot of the things he's saying? Maybe. Because, even though he holds a lot of power, he does still seem to be doing the right thing in his mind. But also everything he's done to advance this, city of progress, on especially Progress Day in this episode, also further pushes down the Undercity. So it's like, I don't know. I think, honestly, everyone in their own way is just a bad guy in this show. One way or another. Except maybe Violet. I don't know. Which we haven't even seen her in this episode till the very, very end. And she's in prison. So I hope we pick up right where we left off, because I want to see more of Violet. Because I really like her, and we didn't get to see her at all in this episode. Because I think this episode is more of a showcase of what Powder became, now that she's Jinx and all that stuff. Leaving her logo everywhere she goes, everywhere she commits a, terrorist act. So, I don't know. Very interesting show. Very interesting episode. A lot of moving parts, but I really liked it. So, yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, because I very much did. And I will see you guys in the next episode.